Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Cybersecurity Rule. So this cybersecurity rule goes into full effect on December 18th, 2023. It is a very interesting rule because it handles proactive and reactive measures that public companies need to do when they are handling cybersecurity incidents. So let's talk about the reactive measures first. So in terms of reactive, the big thing that the cybersecurity rule does, and this is something that I'm hearing a lot of consternation about, is that public companies are going to be required to report on their 8K filing if a company has what is considered material cyber incident within 4 days of that incident. So for companies who had not been accustomed to doing that, this is what this new rule brings in on the reactive side. There's a lot of debate about what is considered material. Typically, in my view, that would be something that possibly would maybe change an investor's perspective on a company, or it would maybe change something about the market share of a company. On the proactive side, and this is the side that hasn't gotten as much attention, but it's probably more significant, is that the SEC is requiring that public companies have an annual report that includes information about their cybersecurity talent, the people who are working within the organization or for the organization that are in charge of cybersecurity. Also, even though this rule did not make it mandatory to have someone with cybersecurity experience on the board, they did say that companies annually have to report if there are committees, for example, at a board level where there is discussion about cybersecurity. The majority of this rule is really about creating more transparency for investors, for shareholders, for the government, for people who are looking at these public companies. But I think the long-term impact of this will actually be on downstream companies that possibly are not public. So, for example, because the public companies now have more obligation in terms of their transparency, they're going to be pushing some of those obligations down to their third parties and other companies that they work with, because it is a very serious thing if companies continue to have these cyber incidents. We know it's not a if, but when type of thing. And also the SEC and other agencies want to see companies really take that more proactive as opposed to reactive stance when something happens in the cybersecurity realm. So I think this is going to be very interesting. I'm interested to see how much influence this cybersecurity rule will have possibly on other government agencies and also other agencies looking for companies to be transparent in maybe different ways around cybersecurity in the future. That's it. Thank you.